Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. With the powers vested upon me, I hereby call this fifth general membership meeting to order. Our host for tonight is past president of the Rotary Club of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, community based. Please welcome Agelou Francis Peg. A round of applause, please.
Thank you so much, Attorney Burns. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the fifth General Membership Meeting of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. So for this evening's meeting, we'll be having a Rotaractors Night brought to you and hosted by the Rotaract Clubs of Cebu Fuente, community-based, University of San Carlos Chapter, and the University of the Visayas Chapter. By the way, I am Angela Francis R. Page, the past president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente Community Based, and I will be your host for this evening. Before we formally begin, let us pause for a moment and direct our attention to the screen for the invocation, national anthem, and the Rotary hymn.
Oratio Imperata against the spread of COVID-19. God our Father, we come to you in our need to ask your protection against COVID-19 that has claimed lives and has affected many. We pray for your grace for the people tasked with studying the nature and cause of this virus and its disease, and of stemming the tide of its transmission. Guide the hands and minds of medical experts that they may minister to the sick with competence and compassion, and of those governments and private agencies that must find cure and solution to this pandemic. We pray for those afflicted. May they be restored to health soon. Grant us the grace to work for the good of all and to help those in need. We ask for your special providence and protection for the whole world and humanity, our country and our people, our families and our friends. Send your Spirit to protect us from this virus, and may Mary, our Blessed Mother, place over us her mantle of protection. Grant this through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen. Mary, help of Christians,
pray for us.
Our Lady of Fatima,
Pray for us.
Saint Joseph,
Pray for us.
Saint Raphael the Archangel,
Pray for us.
Saint Roch,
Pray for us.
Saint Lorenzo Ruiz,
Pray for us.
Saint Pedro Calungsod,
Pray for us.
Most Sacred Heart of Jesus,
Have mercy on us.
Santo Niño de Cebu,
Have mercy on us.
Divine Mercy.
Have mercy on us.
Amen.
Kayang mag-ibig, telas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, pakituwin at araw niya kailan ang ay magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. I want to be a Rotarian for the world. Make the Rotary flag as a flag of peace and pearl. I shall serve my community, help achieve universal unity. To Rotary I shall dedicate my all. World understanding shall be my cherished goal. With a four-way test, I'll pursue my quest. If in my little way help attain peace in the world, I shall not have lived in vain. I observe service above self, lend a hand to all who need my help. I'll get my spouse to involve in Rotary, and in Rotary ways I will train my family. With a four-way test, we'll pursue our quest, live in our little way, help attain peace in the world. We shall not have lived in vain. Build a bridge for tomorrow's youth, strengthened by nothing but the truth. Let's join our hands, there's no reason we'll divide. We shall all understand why the good Lord is our guide. With a four-way test, we'll pursue our quest, if in our little way of the day. Peace in the world, we shall not have lived in vain. Peace be achieved, we shall not have
The four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as the basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular, to encourage and foster. First, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. Second, high ethical standards in business and professions, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente. Vision. We see people of action cultivating fellowship, integrity, excellence, leadership, diversity, service for everyone, every day. Mission statement: high impact leaders helping humanity. Presenting The Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, Officers and Directors, Rotary Year 2021-2022. Attorney Bernardino T. Amago IV, President. Polly Jang, Vice President, President-elect. Jose Marie Ponce, Secretary, President nominee. Architect Manuel L. Torres Jr., Treasurer. Patrick L. Yaret, Auditor. Emmanuel P. Tesalona, TRF Chair. Stephen Henry Uy, Club Administration Officer. Maricel Borromeo Amores, Membership Director. Jason Go Kyang Ki Ong, Community Service Director. Marina Enriquez Kaufman, Vocational Service Director. Jose Alfonso C. Abad, International Service Director. Attorney Lolita L. Lomanta, Youth Service Director. Christopher A. Ligonas, Public Image Director and CICO. Dave John B. Karamihan, Protocol Officer. Engineer Jesulito V. Baring, Sergeant at Arms. Meet our advisors. Architect Joseph Michael P. Espina, Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator. Mary Ann Alcordo Solomon and Paulianao Zone Coordinator. Richard G. Barba, District Trainer, Rotary Year 2016-2017. Conrado M. Abarintos, Deputy District Governor for Operations, Rotary Year 2015-2017. Maria Consolacion Abad Pasion, President, Rotary Year 2013-2014. Maricel Borromeo Amores, Assistant Governor, Area 1B. Meet the distinguished men and women of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente with their classification. Jose Alfonso C. Abad, Non-Life Insurance. Conrado M. Abarintos, Government Customs Finance. Eman Rayan C. Abay-Abay, Customs Brokerage. Attorney Bernardino T. Amago IV, Academe Legal Services. Maricel Borromeo Amores, Human Resources Consultancy. Richard G. Barba, Printing Services. Engineer Jesulito V. Baring, Environment Consultancy. Emmanuel C. Kalalang, Multi-Purpose Cooperative Management. Attorney Cedric Jose Andre G. Deperine, Corporate Law and Litigation Services. Architect Joseph Michael P. Espina, Architecture Planning. Polly Jan, Coffee Shop Management. Dave John B. Karamihan, Manpower Outsourcing Services. Marina E. Kaufman, Hotel and Restaurant Services. Christopher A. Ligonas, IT Services. Attorney Lolita L. Lomanta, Prosecution Services. Jason Go Kyang Ki Ong, Manufacturing Operations Management. Maria Consolacion A. Pasion, Games and Amusement. Jose Marie Ponce, Memorial Plan Investment Services. Geraldine B. Ramos, Forwarding Services. Maria Dolores Rimas, Resort Management. Luz Filipinas S. San Pedro, Metal Engraving. Herminia Fernandez Spaller, Construction and Industrial Supplies Trading. Dr. Alan O. Sinerpida, Plastic Surgery. Mary Ann A. Solomon, Outdoor Advertising, Signage Design and Production. Hendrik S. Sulay, Retail Management. Emmanuel P. Tesalona, Precious Metal Trading. Architect Manuel L. Torres Jr., Roof Manufacturing. Stephen Henry D. Pico Uy, Family Business Consulting. Patrick L. Yaret, Resto Bar Management.
All right. So aside from our dearest Rotarians who are with us tonight, we are also graced with the presence of different Rotaractors from all over the Philippines who are spending their evenings with us tonight. So may I call on Jacob Jericho Dalino, the president of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente Community Base, for the introduction of Rotaractors and guests. Jacob?
So good evening, everyone. It is my honor to introduce the Rotaractors from the different districts and clubs. So let us start with life-changing president of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, led by me, Jacob Dolino, and my life-changing team, as you can see in the screen. Next is the life-changing president of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of San Carlos, Louis Haminal, and his life-changing team. Life-changing president of the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of the Visayas chapter, Arwin Ipez, and his life-changing team. We also have the Asia Pacific Multi-District Information Organization Chair, Louis Boy De Real, in which we will have a formal introduction later on. Assistant District Rotaract Representative for Cebu, and District Rotaract Representative-elect Shivi Rosolado. Past District Rotaract Representative and Pilipinas Multi-District Information Organization Chair-elect Alster Ticaro, an International Service Director of the Pilipinas Multi-District Information Organization, past President of Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente Community Base, J.N. Vianney Dagandan. That would be all.
All right, thank you so much, President Jacob. So it is truly a Rotaractors Night with the presence of a great number of Rotaractors. As I can see here in our participants, we have 195 participants and counting. So that's something to be very proud of as we spend our Monday tonight. So we have also invited a Rotaractor for tonight to take the speaker spotlight. So to formally introduce our guest speaker, let us welcome Attorney Ging Lomanta, the Youth Service Director of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Before I proceed with the introduction of the guest speaker, I'd like to acknowledge a friend from the district, Takta Corvera. She is here. She actually takes care of the new gen, so we're very glad that she accommodated our invitation to join us tonight. Hello, Tak. I know you are here. We also invited past district trainer Orman Manansala. He's also with us because he's one of our donors in the prizes that we will be giving away later tonight. Okay, I hope I didn't miss anyone. Please let me know. I would gladly introduce you, acknowledge you at the conclusion of my introduction. So let me proceed. Now, last July 18, I had a meeting with the Rotaractors, which was attended by PDG Mayan Solomon. No? So when our Rotaractors agreed to sponsor tonight's GMM, they only had one choice for the guest speaker. Yes, he is the person I am very honored to introduce to all of you now. An alumnus of the University of Santo Tomas, our guest speaker earned his Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science with Latin honors. At a very young age, he already assumed several leadership roles, notable among which are President of the Scholar ng Bayan Executive Committee, President of the Rotaract Club of San Francisco del Monte Malaya Achievers, a well-traveled youth leader. He is the recipient of numerous awards and recognitions, which include the 2008 Pambansang Gawad sa Ulirang Kabataan Award, 2010 Most Outstanding NSTP Student and NSTP Student Leader Award of UST, one of the 10 most outstanding campus journalists of NCR, one of the 10 most outstanding student leaders of Quezon City, 2010 Scholar Community Leader of the Year, Academic Excellence Award, and Most Outstanding Scholar Award, 2012 Huwarang Mag-aaral ng Bayan Academic Excellence and Leadership Commitment Award, among others. Actually, the list is pretty long. I just had to identify the most important ones. Now, His journey in Rotary started in 2010 when he joined the Rotaract Club of San Francisco del Monte Malaya Achievers. Since then, there was no stopping this young leader from seeking greater heights. From president of his club, he became the district Rotaract representative of Rotary International District 3780, then chair of Pilipinas Rotaract Multi-District Information Organization, or MDIO, for 2020-21, which landed him a spot in the Rotary International Assembly 2020 in San Diego, California, USA. My fellow Rotarians, dear Rotaractors and guests, mine is the privilege to present to you the chairperson of, take note, the Asia Pacific Rotaract MDIO, Louis Boy de Real of the Rotary Club of San Francisco del Monte Malaya Achievers. Louis, please take the floor.
Thank you, Attorney Jing, for that very generous introduction. And good evening to all our Rotarians and Rotaractors and other guests. If we have non-Rotarians or non-Rotaractors here, welcome. And it is my privilege to share with you this topic, which is quite close to my heart, which is Elevate Rotaract. Or for me, I would like to call on more as the time for Rotary and Rotaract to collaborate for greater accomplishments in the organization. So let me begin my presentation with just giving you a quick overview about the beginnings of Rotaract, because we will talk about Elevate Rotaract, but we have to understand what was the status of Rotaract before, or what's the role of Rotaract in the Rotary organization. So Rotaract was actually an idea that emerged in the 1960s because Rotary was very successful during their stint with holding interact programs. So I think your Rotary Club still has no interact club, but nevertheless, there are a lot of Rotary clubs around the world with interact clubs. So interact clubs are actually youth organizations for high school students, to define it quickly. And these are mostly at the age of 13 to 17 years old. So these are the youngest of the young generation. Now, Rotary thought of why not having the same program offer for young adults, which are college students and young professionals. And then they had the inspiration to push this as a program. And in January 1968, it was actually approved by Rotary International. So Rotary Club of Charlotte, North Carolina, USA took advantage of this opportunity because they have already been working with a local university, which is the University of North Carolina, where they were able to charter the first Rotaract Club. And this was certified on March 13, 1968. This is also the same week where we celebrate the World Rotaract Week. So it's always the week where March 13, 1968 falls. So in the weeks that followed this March 13, more Rotaract clubs were started in various countries, just like the United States, Mexico, Italy, and India. And eventually, it also landed the shores of the Philippines on the same year, September 20, 1968, with the chartering of the Rotaract Club of West Negros College in Bacolod. So now, Rotaract is present in 178 countries with 10,000 clubs and more than 200,000 Rotaractors. So what Rotaract is really as an organization? So Rotaract is a service club for young people ages 18 and older. So before, it used to be limited to young people at the age of 30 years old. So once you reach the age 31, so you're automatically ineligible to stay as a Rotaractor, and you're encouraged to become a Rotarian. So Rotaract actually provides opportunity for the members to exchange ideas with the leaders in the community, similar to the goal of Rotary, but more focused on developing the leadership and professional skills of the young people. And they do that by engaging them through service activities. So Rotaract clubs also organize projects, and of course, they also organize and run their own Rotaract clubs. While Rotaract clubs are sponsored by Rotary clubs, Rotaract clubs are encouraged to manage their own funds, plan and carry out their projects, and seek the support of their sponsor Rotary clubs in terms of guidance and support, and not just monetary support. So indeed, with this kind of partnership, Rotaractors are branded as partners in service. So now, why is there such movement as Elevate Rotaract? So through the years, more than 50 years already, Rotaract has proven that it is actually a good program in developing young leaders. Even before the proactive intent of RI to attract Rotaractors to Rotary, there are already a number of Rotaractors joining Rotary clubs, but not so much. Globally, there are only around 5% of Rotaractors joining Rotary clubs. And that statistic still stands as of now. And the goal of RI is to actually increase that percentage. And I think that is also stemming from the fact that global workforce nowadays, 50% are composed already of millennials. And I'm sure Rotarians would relate that the membership of Rotary for the past 20 years has been playing around 1.2 million. And there was really a lot of intent for Rotary to grow its number. And if the millennials are already the major workforce, there's more reason for Rotary clubs to attract the younger generation. So that's why in April 2016, and I believe this is the important start of the Elevate Rotaract movement, is that the Council on Legislation approved Enactment 16-40, which allowed Rotaractors to become dual members of both a Rotaract club and a Rotary club. So this, I think, was during the All-Star year, wherein PDG Mean Solomon was actually a governor. So I'm pretty sure that some of you may have been already transitioned to your Rotary club. So the years after, there were a number of recent past RI presidents who had greater engagement with Rotaractors. So they partnered with Rotaractors in organizing zone institutes, in exchange programs, or even conferences in their community. So these past RI presidents were the champions of the Elevate Rotaract. They realized that Rotaract clubs are doing much in terms of service, and if they will be given more opportunities to be involved in the organization, they will definitely help shape Rotary. That's why on April 2019, as championed by past RI President Barry Racine, he proposed that Rotaract will now become a membership type in Rotary International. So before, the members of Rotary International are only Rotary clubs. But due to the enactment 1972, it broadened the definition that Rotary International is now composed of Rotary clubs and Rotaract clubs. So after that enactment, the next president, which is past RI President Mark Maloney, formed an Elevate Rotaract Task Force. So this Elevate Rotaract Task Force, composed of Rotarians and Rotaractors around the world, studied how they can further expand the policy, improve its impact, by conducting surveys with Rotaractors or even Rotarians. And this task force actually recommended a lot of policy changes which were successfully approved by RI Board and even the Rotary Foundation Board. So the first set of changes were actually approved in October 2019, wherein the RI Board removed the upper age limit of Rotaractors. So earlier, I've highlighted that Rotaractors before are limited to the age of 30, but due to this decision, there's no more upper age limit for Rotaractors. They also opened up opportunities for sponsorship. Before, only Rotary clubs can sponsor and charter a Rotaract club, but now, even mature Rotaract clubs or experienced Rotaract clubs can form another Rotaract club. And lastly, a Rotaract club can be chartered on its own, especially if it's a group of youth youth leaders or alumni of youth organizations who became aware of Rotary and would want to experience the Rotary programs and services by being a Rotaract Club. They also encourage district governors to appoint Rotaractors in district committees, even beyond the district Rotaract committee, which helps the district in developing and increasing the Rotaract in its district. RI board also set targets for Rotaract membership, which I will discuss in a few slides. So 3 months after, the RI board approved another set of changes, which is now to establish annual per capita dues for Rotaractors. So rather than focusing on the mandatory per capita dues, the very reason why RI board required Rotaractors to now pay dues effective next year is that they wanted to expand services for Rotaractors. I'm sure our Rotaractors will relate that in my Rotary, which we are now encouraged to utilize more, our functionalities as Rotaract leaders are very limited. Unlike Rotary clubs, they have Rotary Club Central, they have other club administration tools which Rotaractors don't enjoy at the present. But Rotary has started to open a lot of Rotary tools to Rotaractors, just like the Rotary Learning Center. And this is actually part of the reason why they already need to prescribe for dues, because they wanted to do more programs and services for Rotaractors at a very minimal cost that I will discuss later. And then on June 2020, the Rotary Foundation Board made another landmark policy change, which opened up the eligibility of Rotaract clubs to be participants of global grants. And this will also be made effective by next Rotary year. But the caveat is the Rotaract club should have partnered with a Rotary club on a global grant project. So even if it's already open to all Rotaract clubs by next Rotary year, they will still not be allowed to participate if they did not have a previous partnership with a Rotary club on a global grant project. So now, in July 2020, which is the beginning of last Rotary year, the Rotaract Club bylaws were amended. So for Rotaractors, just a refresher, so we have the standard Rotaract Club Constitution, which we are mandated to adopt, and we cannot change any provision in that constitution, but we are provided with a templated bylaws wherein we are asked to state our frequency of meetings, our upper age limits, and all other policies that will govern how we operate. So that specific bylaws actually included as a standing committee the existence of foundation directors. And this is a response to the need for Rotaract clubs to be more involved in the Rotary Foundation, because eventually by next Rotary year, they will already participate on grants. But participating on the Rotary Foundation grants would require our Rotaractors to have more knowledge about the Rotary Foundation and eventually start to contribute so we can amplify the impact of the Rotary Foundation programs. So last Rotary year, the changes that were approved by the RI board on October 2019, which is the removal of upper age limit, the opening of more sponsorship options, and the appointment of Rotaractors in Rotary district committees, became effective. And in the whole Philippines, there are around 22 Rotaractors appointed last Rotary year to Rotary district committees. So my district, for example, already had Rotaractors sitting in district public image committees, district training committees, and all avenues of service committees in order to ensure that Rotaractors will be represented in the decision and planning table, especially on district programs. And to become a model for the whole organization, the Rotary International and TRF Board also started to appoint Rotaract advisors. So aside from that, the regional zones, or the zones in particular, started also to appoint Rotaractors as assistant Rotary coordinators or even assistant Rotary Foundation coordinators. So around the world, I believe there are already 20 Rotaractors who are serving as a regional leader in various zones in the Rotary world. So now, by next Rotary year, aside from opening up programs and opportunities for Rotaractors, the RI has also set a target. If we want to measure the success of Elevate Rotaract, which is to increase their participation in Rotary program and services, to increase collaboration with Rotary clubs, one of the important measure is to check if the number of Rotaractors are really growing and if there are already a number of Rotaractors joining Rotary clubs. So the specific target is 100% membership growth or simply doubling the number of Rotaractors from Rotary year 2019 to 2020 to Rotary year 2021 and 2022. So by end of this Rotary year, globally, we're required to double our number. So that's something that you might want to check also on your own sponsored Rotaract clubs if they were able to double their number by the end of this Rotary year. And second is at least 20% of these Rotaractors become members of Rotary clubs either as alumni or dual members. And then by next Rotary year, as I emphasized, Rotaractors will start paying dues and participating in global grants if they have partnered previously with a Rotary club. So now let's dig very specifically on the specific changes that were covered by the Elevate Rotaract. So as I've mentioned, the upper age limit was removed. But the very reason why this is removed is not really to lengthen the stay of Rotaractors per se in Rotaract clubs, but really to provide flexibility. As I've shared earlier, and most of the veteran Rotaractors can relate, there are a lot of us who are already at the age of 30 or 31 who still want to serve Rotary on our own capacity, who still want to mentor young Rotaractors, but we are being forced to leave the organization. And we have to acknowledge that there are Rotaractors who are still at the early stages of developing their career or their businesses, and they may not still be ready to become full-fledged Rotarians. And the problem is, there are a lot of Rotaractors who are forced to leave. And most of these Rotaractors are gems in the organization. And if we force them to leave, other organizations will definitely get them. We have other competitors. We have JCI, we have Lions. And we have a number of youth organizations in the Philippines who's open to young people more than the age of 30. So this is a lost opportunity for Rotary. That's why they decided to remove the upper age limit and give the power to Rotaract clubs to decide the applicable age limit that will work best on their current scenario. So restricting Rotaract membership to people under the age 30 is also perceived differently in different regions. In other countries, the age 30 may still be young, but in some countries, the age 30 might be something that is already too old. That's why they remove the upper age limit because they want the setting of upper age limit be culturally sensitive depending on what works in the area. But Rotary emphasized that Rotaract clubs should and will still be intended for young adults. And Rotary also encouraged Rotary clubs to take this opportunity that Rotaractors can stay more in the organization to attract them. Partner with them, integrate them in their own in your own activities because eventually if they find it enjoying to be collaborating or networking with Rotarians, they will definitely consider to become Rotarians in the future. That's also a challenge for us Rotarians to make it flexible or make it attractive for Rotaractors to become Rotarians in the future because eventually we need the young people to continue the legacy that we have built through the past. So for clubs, districts, and multi-districts which have officers' positions, I think this is also one of the contentious discussion about the removal of the upper age limit. You can actually set upper age limits for key positions like club president, DRR, or MDIO chair. And Rotary would still want to retain the position that Rotaract clubs as an organization for young adults should open up more opportunities for the younger leaders to serve in leadership positions. So let's leave it to the younger people to lead, to become DRRs, to become club presidents. So that's why our Rotaract clubs, for example, you have 3 Rotaract clubs, you're actually encouraged that this Rotary year, you should amend your Rotaract club bylaws and set specifically what will be the upper age limits for the members and for the officership positions. Now, with regard to the Rotaract Club sponsorship options, as we have been accustomed to, only Rotary clubs can charter Rotaract clubs. But with the changes, Rotaract clubs, or even no sponsor at all, we can already charter a Rotaract club. And that's also on the very same reason that Rotary would want to give greater flexibility. They are aware that there are a lot of areas, probably may not be applicable in the Philippines, wherein there are a lot of youth organizations but very minimal number of Rotary clubs. So who will be chartering the future Rotaract clubs if there are only very few Rotary clubs in that area, and those Rotary clubs are not interested or probably not experienced in organizing or supporting a Rotaract club? And just like my earlier example, there are youth organizations who may be engaging with Rotary but would want to charter themselves as a Rotaract club, and there's no Rotaract club existing in the area. So greater flexibility opens up opportunities for Rotary to expand its inventory of Rotaract clubs. But in the Philippines, we are actually encouraged to still charter Rotaract clubs with the support of Rotary clubs, because there are a number of Rotary clubs around the Philippines who still don't have Rotaract clubs. So that's still the prevailing option, or what we promote through the MDIOs. And if there will really be Rotaract clubs who will be chartered by another Rotaract club or without a sponsor at all, guidance should still come from the district or the Rotary clubs nearby. Also encouraged to sponsor, even co-sponsor university-based Rotaract clubs, because I think that is also happening on your same Rotaract clubs. The ideal setting is that the graduates of UV and USC would eventually become members of Cebu Fuente community-based. So you might want to look at the opportunity wherein the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente community base can co-sponsor the school-based Rotaract clubs to increase opportunities for mentorship and guidance, especially coming from the more experienced Rotaractors. And another new policy that was opened by RI is that Rotaract clubs can now sponsor Interact clubs with a Rotary club. Because again, Interact Club is the first entry point of engaging the young people, especially ages 13 to 17 years old. So if there will be Rotaract clubs who can sponsor Interact clubs, that would also provide another opportunity for young people's engagement and mentorship. So Rotaractors in key Rotary positions. So as I've said, district governors are encouraged to appoint Rotaractors to every district committee. And that's the same promotion that is being done for regional leaders to appoint assistant coordinators in membership, public image, and the foundation in the regional leadership team. The RI president has and the RI board of directors and the Rotary Foundation trustees have also started appointing Rotaractors in key leadership positions. And of course, let's not look at the beyond the club level. Let's look at the club level. Rotary clubs are encouraged to work closely with Rotaract clubs. Just to share with you, in some parts of the country, the Rotaract club president is actually sitting as ex-officio member of Rotary clubs. So whenever there's Rotary Club board meeting, the Rotaract Club president attends, so that the plans of the Rotaract Club or even the plans of Rotary Club can easily be integrated and how these two different clubs operate. And of course, let's not look further. Your example tonight of joining of a joint meeting with Rotaractors is actually a commendable initiative. I also know that there are some Rotary clubs that are doing joint meetings with their Rotaractors, but actually this is the first time that I attended a Rotary and Rotaract club meeting with more than 200 participants. So good job for your Rotary or Rotaract club, because that's an indication of how strong partnership can result to greater outcomes between the two organizations. Greater involvement of Rotaract to TRF, this is beginning next Rotary year. But as early as now, let's do efforts to prepare for this. By July 1, 2022, Rotaract clubs can either be international or host sponsors, because global grants are being implemented in partnership with two Rotary clubs or Rotaract clubs in two different countries. So either an international or host sponsor Rotaract clubs can become eligible, but again, they must have previously partnered with a Rotary club on a global grant. And the very reason why Rotary opened this opportunity is because they know that Rotaract clubs, even without the funding, have been doing a lot of sustainable and impactful projects. In the Philippines, I am actually very proud because for the past, I think, 5 or even 10 years, the winners of the most outstanding Rotaract Club project in Asia Pacific has always been coming from the Philippines. So if we have more of these Rotaract clubs doing innovative and impactful projects in communities and giving them the power of Rotary Foundation funding, they can definitely do a lot more in doing good in the world. So district leaders are encouraged to decide how to qualify Rotaract clubs because different districts have different qualification guidelines on participation to grants. But even before July 1, 2022, district leaders are already encouraged to open up opportunities for district grants. And that's, I think, what some districts in the Philippines are starting to explore on how Rotaract clubs can now participate in district grants because that's something that could provide a stepping stone for Rotaract clubs to be trained on global grants because global grant requirements are much more complicated and stringent compared to district grants. And as I have highlighted, Rotaract clubs now have foundation committee directors. As I've seen in the introduction, I checked that all Rotaract clubs have foundation committee directors, so good job. And I hope even without the participation to grants, you can start by being involved in NPolio. NPolio, to emphasize, is the legacy program of Rotary and it's being advanced, particularly by the Rotary Foundation. So we should start promoting polio, participate in promoting vaccination, and even donating for the polio funds. So now for the annual dues, $5 per member for university-based clubs and $8 per member for community-based clubs. So this is around 250 to 400 pesos. But imagine the services that Rotaractors will give in return. Even without the dues, I pretty believe that we are receiving much more than the worth of 250 pesos and 400 pesos. Imagine if your district has a lot of training programs for Rotaractors, and these training programs are usually offered at a cost at external organizations, but as Rotaractors, we avail it for free. And we even have the opportunity to be sponsored in district conferences, national conferences, and international conferences. So, of course, since there will already be per capita dues by next Rotary year, the chartering fee of $50 will already be removed because that will already be redundant. And as published by RI, they will use the dues to provide more tools to Rotaract clubs, to open up Rotary Learning Center, which is currently open already to Rotaractors. I myself is taking a lot of courses in the Rotary Learning Center, and mind you, there are courses there that are not just related to Rotary or Rotaract, even conducting training or even conducting negotiations or even Toastmaster skills like public speaking and leadership. You can learn that through the Rotary Learning Center. And of course, there will be other new products and services that will be rolled out. But what's good about the Philippine Rotaract is we're the second largest Rotaract group in the world. So if you think that there are Rotaract services that should be offered to Rotaractors, you can reach out to your Philippines MDIO or Asia Pacific Rotaract MDIO because we have direct links to the decision makers of Rotary to make sure that it will be part of the future policy changes. But to reiterate, the amount of the dues was not just got from somewhere. It was a product of a survey. And I myself participated in the survey. So based on that survey, the $5 and the $8 are the most acceptable dues for Rotaractors. So the major question also is, what if Rotaract clubs can't afford to pay dues to Rotary International? And the recommendation is, of course, number one, to conduct membership fundraisers. I know Rotaract clubs are good in fundraising, so we can tap on this possible opportunity to shoulder the registration, the annual dues of Rotaractors, especially those who are coming from the students group. Or of course, I'm not sure if this will work well with the Philippines, but we can ask local businesses or corporate sponsors for contributions that may be used to cover the dues of Rotaractors. And of course, what as a form of last resort, if we can't really find a way to shoulder it on our own, but of course, I would want Rotaractors to shoulder it on our own as our personal contribution in this organization, you can work with your sponsor clubs to offset the cost of dues. Not maybe 100%, 50%, but depending on the discussion with the sponsor Rotary Club. But what Rotaractors should do right now is to ensure that the members you are reporting to My Rotary is accurate. Because remember, Rotary will extract the number of members of a Rotaract Club from My Rotary beginning next Rotary year. So if your My Rotary as a club is not updated or is not accurate, you will be asked to pay for an amount that is not commensurate on the current level of membership or participation. So you have to do that right now. So sponsor clubs, especially those who have school-based Rotaract clubs, are encouraged to work or have meetings with the school administration if there will be policies that will be in conflict with this dues for Rotaractors. So that can already be cleared out prior to its implementation next Rotary year. So just some few final slides. Will Elevate Rotaract remove the need for Rotaractors to become Rotarians? Definitely no. Rotaractors are still encouraged to transition to Rotary because Rotary clubs offer different kind of experience. Rotaract clubs also offer different kind of experience. But I myself, as a Rotaractor who is now a dual member, who has been engaging with Rotary, I can proudly say that there are a lot of opportunities for Rotarians that we can maximize if we become Rotarians in the future. So let's do the effort to explore and engage with our Rotarians so we can test for ourselves that this is really an organization that we might want to continue on after our previous age limit. So Rotaractors can still be dual members, and Rotary clubs should continue to partner regularly with Rotaractors because this is the only way that Rotarians can make it clear for Rotaractors how important or how beneficial it is for them if they become Rotarians in the future. So these are the Rotaract membership goals set by RI. So doubling the number by 2022, increasing the number of Rotaract clubs, Rotaractors becoming Rotarians by 2022. And hopefully, with the continuous increase in membership for Rotaract, we will have 1 million Rotaractors by 2029, so 8 years from now. That would eventually make the global Rotary International membership for both Rotaractors and Rotarians at more than 2 million level. So I would like to end my sharing for tonight in my personal experience. First, I was very glad because I was exposed in Rotary and Rotaract in an environment wherein Rotaractors and Rotarians collaborate. If you were able to read the message that I co-writed with past RI President Holger Kanak, the major thought of our message is really for Rotary and Rotaract to increase its collaboration. Because to highlight, I believe Rotary is the only organization wherein all generations, all cultures can coexist and work well with their differences. And let's maximize on this good point of Rotary. And if we will be able to maximize the membership and impact of Rotaract, we can continue this kind of legacy for so long. That's why for Rotaractors present here right now, who may be still on the dilemma whether you really want to become Rotarians in the future, just continue to engage with your Rotarians. And definitely you will have an introspect, just like what us dual members and alumni had when we are first afraid to become Rotarians. So that's all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Louis, for that very informative talk. So to quote and repeat Louis' introduction, elevating Rotaract is an avenue or opportunity for Rotary and Rotaract to collaborate and truly strengthen the relationship of truly becoming partners of service. So we have just read this in articles online, but thank you, Louis, for bringing light and life to this information. So this is a great topic to talk about, especially now that we are joined by a lot of aspiring Rotaractors. So as what I have seen in my screen now, we have 220 participants and counting. So that's a very great number. So with that, we would like to encourage everyone to send in your questions. I know this is a very um, new topic to most of us here. So we encourage everyone to type in your questions in our chat box here in Zoom. Okay. But before we proceed with our question and answer portion, we would like to acknowledge the presence of our visiting Rotarians. President-elect Rotarian Eman Hernandez from the Rotary Club of Banilad Metro, Rotarian Maria Argentina Neri from Rotary Club of Talisay City, Cebu, and the District Rotary Representative of District 3860, DRR Griffins Malazarte. Thank you so much for spending your Monday with us. Okay, so while we are waiting for the questions of our dearest participants, we have prepared here a few questions, Louis, for you to answer. Okay, are you ready,
Yes.
Louis? Okay, so to begin, our first question is, do we need to do anything as Rotaractors differently since we are in an updated status in Rotary?
Okay. Probably what I could recommend is for Rotaractors to become more present in terms of Rotary affairs. Like I know you Rotaractors have been already been doing a lot on their own within the Rotaract sphere. But what I would recommend is to showcase what Rotaract is doing through public image efforts and even in your own Rotary club, reporting to them the kind of activities that you do, and even allowing your Rotarians to participate in your own programs and initiatives, because that would highlight that Rotaract is really deserving to be elevated because you have been doing a lot of good things. And it's also for our Rotarians to learn that these are the new trends, these are the best practices for the younger generations. And eventually, that would open up the opportunity for more connection and collaboration.
Yes, that's a very great answer, Louis. I have seen Tita Mean raising her hand. Tita Mean, do you have a question for Louis?
No, it's
Yes.
not a question. I just want to add to Louis' credit. He was one of the rotor actors who had a one-on-one in a table discussion with RI President Shaker. So perhaps while waiting for the answers, Louis, you may want to enlighten us as what you discussed firsthand from President Shaker.
Sure, PDG Mean. So number one, I think this is also the same question that I saw in the chat box. Various districts in the Philippines have also asked this about the membership dues for dual members. Because we all know that Rotarians pay their own respective dues as Rotarians, and Rotaractors now by 2022 will pay also their Rotaract dues. And currently, as clarified with RI, there's no documented policy yet whether dual members will pay both Rotaract dues and Rotarian dues. But what I recommended to RI President is to look at the possibility of just having a single due for Rotaractors. So either it's the Rotary dues or if there will be a more negotiated rate for dual members, because paying both might be hard for some Rotaractors, especially if they pay the full RI dues. Then second is to increase the involvement of MDIOs in the Rotary organization. RI President Shekhar Mehta actually is very aware of the MDIOs because in India, there are two MDIOs existing there, the CIRIC MDIO and the South Asia MDIO. And during his past stints in his past positions, he's already been partnering with MDIOs, and he knows that MDIOs do a lot of things. And one of the strongest contributions of MDIOs is to really support RI in driving its own goals, not just for Rotaractors, but even for Rotary. I myself was personally asked by RI President Shekhar Mehta on how Philippines MDIO has been collaborating with the zone. And I was very proud to share with him our collaboration, like with PDG Mean, how Philippines MDIO last Rotary year really supported our goals for End Polio, for the Rotary Foundation. And now we have been working with Philippine Rotary Magazine. We already have the Philippine Rotaract Magazine. And he was actually quite impressed. Because if more zones around the world will be working with Rotaractors through the MDIOs or even through the districts, then we can really demonstrate the initial vision of Elevate Rotaract, which is to allow Rotaractors to have more engagement in Rotary, and with more engagement, they will include integration with how they work with Rotarians. Because I think Rotaractors learn from Rotarians, because I myself have learned a lot from being having communications like with the people of PDG Mean and with other PDGs in the Philippines. I learned a lot from them because I attend many zone meetings, but they also learn a lot from me. So if we can continue this kind of symbiosis, then definitely we can improve the way we do things in Rotary and Rotaract.
Louis, I just like to mention and commend you because his involvement is not just limited to Asia Pacific Rotaract MBIO. He's also part of our core group for the vaccination campaign of Philippine Rotary. And he is also, well, he's all around. He's all around in the Rotary level. It's not in the Rotaract level. So we're very happy that Louis is a representation of Rotaractors whose leadership shown through the years. He has really delivered a lot and put Rotaract at the higher level. So thank you very much, Louis.
Thank you din po, PDG Man. And I think thank you to all Rotarians. As I have been highlighting, the reason why I am this inspired that I became a dual member and I'm involved in Rotary affairs to represent Rotaract is really because I really think that Rotarians and Rotaractors were destined to work together. The reason that I explained, Rotaract was created because of the vision of Rotarians to engage the younger generation. And we have to sustain and even demonstrate that vision. And I hope that there will be more Rotaractors who will be inspired to do the same things that I did. Not necessarily the same, but even more in the future, because we need more Rotaractors taking up important roles, important contributions in Rotary, so that because eventually we will, as I've said, we will be the next leaders of Rotary. And we have to mentor new Rotaractors that I think some Rotaract clubs have already been doing to the younger Rotaractors.
Yes, thank you so much, Louis. I hope everyone is inspired by what Louis has mentioned to us. You can really learn a lot from the relationship and symbiosis between the Rotary and the Rotaract clubs. So I hope everyone, most of our aspiring Rotaractors here, are inspired to be engaged more in Rotary and in Rotaract. So, Louis, since you have mentioned already about the fees, we have a lot of questions here about the fees. So, can you elaborate? Will dual members have to pay double fees if they continue as dual members in 2022?
That's still subject for discussion. I think they will table that this October board. And the Rotaract Committee has started to consult already, especially the MDIOs, on the fees for dual members. But the prevailing sentiment, if I can share, is to just have one dues, either pay the highest Rotary dues for dual members. But that would depend on the outcome of the consultations with other regions.
Okay, so for all the Rotaract clubs here listening to us, just keep posted for updates on the newest information about the fees. Okay, so we have another question here. Since we are going to become a different organization under the Rotary International directly, how best can you advise a young club with probably 2 years of existence on how to retain members and how to scout quality members for the club's future going forward?
Okay, so we're now talking about membership retention and engagement. So number one, I would like first you have an introspect. Number one, are you a school-based Rotaract club? Because if you are a school-based Rotaract club, I think you have more opportunities to market your Rotaract club, because in universities you already have captured audience. And I'm pretty sure that your Rotaract club is existing in a major university. What you can look into marketing your own Rotaract club is try to understand the interests of students in your area. Are they interested into developing their career or finding opportunities for career options, training themselves on public speaking, and then focus on that as the value proposition of your Rotaract club. Now, if you are a community-based Rotaract club, that's also the same thing. You have to scan your community. Start first, what is your membership? Are you diversified enough? Are you most of your members mostly teachers, mostly engineers? Because we should also aspire for diversity. So for those classifications that are not well represented, try to explore how you can attract them from the community. Another best practice for community-based Rotaract clubs is to do projects in partnerships with other youth organizations, especially the youth organizations that are barangay-based, because these youth organizations, local youth organizations tend to be less organized compared to a Rotaract club. And eventually, if most of these members of youth organizations would be aware of how global the organization of Rotaract is, I think they will definitely be attracted to consider becoming a member of a Rotaract club. So you really need to expand your reach and options in terms of tapping multiple interests, multiple people in the community and in the school.
Yes, thank you so much, Louis. Another question here, especially for the Rotarians who are joining us here tonight. So, how did the MDIO start, and what is its personality vis-a-vis all 10 Rotary districts?
Okay, so probably that's about Philippines Rotaract MDIO. So the Philippines Rotaract MDIO the idea started in 2006 when the 10 districts through the DRRs hosted the third Asia Pacific Regional Rotaract Conference. So that's a conference for all Rotaractors in all countries in the bordering the Pacific Ocean. So during that time, the 10 DRRs were impressed or were emotional that they can actually have opportunity to work together, to discuss together, to share best practices. So they were encouraged to form the Philippines MDIO. But during that realization, there are already some MDIOs existing around the world. I think the first one was in Europe. So the idea started with the belief that districts may have best practices that they may be doing. They may be also experiencing challenges that if we have platform for districts to share it amongst themselves, they can leverage on their knowledge, experience, and resources to help each other, which became the primary purpose of an MDIO, which that's why it's called multi-district. So it's really supposed to help multiple districts. And then information organization. So MDIOs are supposed to connect different districts, its Rotaract clubs, inform them about the best practices, share to them resources so that eventually they can face challenges together. And beyond that, MDIOs evolve. And recently, in the Rotary Code of Policies, there was a specific main purpose of an MDIO added, and that is to strengthen the collaboration with Rotarians in the zone or district level, which Philippines MDIO has really made an effort to strengthen. Because the Rotary International, as I emphasized earlier, saw the potential of MDIOs in terms of advancing the Rotary goals. So if Rotaract MDIOs will also work closely with Rotarians, then they can definitely guide both the Rotarians and the Rotaractors in achieving more in the Rotary world. So that's how the MDIO concept started and evolved through the years.
Wow, that's beautifully said and very simplified, Louis. That's very good to hear. Thank you so much for bringing that information. So, aside from that, we have also a lot of questions here. Chair Louis, can you share how is your club dues computed in your Rotary Club, or do you have suggestion regarding granting that in the Rotary Club, since we also have our own club dues?
Okay. If the question is referring to dues for dual members like me, so our Rotary Club is offering 50% subsidy, or I mean waiver. If you are a Rotaractor and a Rotarian of my sponsor in Rotary Club, you only pay half of the dues until the time that you're still 30 years old. So that's how it works. I think it's definitely different for different Rotary clubs. If you're referring to the dues for dual members. Now, if you're referring to dues for Rotaract clubs on top of the RI dues or probably a combination, what I can share in preparation for next Rotary year is that Rotaract clubs are now exploring the option for regular membership and associate membership to face the challenge of the dues. They know that there may be members who are not fully committed to the Rotaract Club. So we have to acknowledge that not all Rotaractors would really participate fully in all the activities. And that's a concern because whether you participate 100% or just 20%, you still pay the same dues. So what other Rotaract clubs in the Philippines are doing is to have associate membership and regular membership scheme. So for regular membership scheme, these are offered to members who will commit prior to the start of the Rotary year that they will participate 100% and they will pay the RI dues that will be charged by Rotary International. Now, if you say that you're not 100% committed, but you will still want to be informed about the Rotaract Club activities and would want to participate in some or in a few, then you can remain to be an associate member. You will not be reported in My Rotary, but whenever you participate in the Rotaract Club projects, this is actually included in our own Rotaract Club bylaws, you have to pay a participation fee. To be fair to the regular members because they paid the dues in full. Now, if you're talking about the Rotaract Club dues of your own Rotaract Club, just to share a sample in our Rotaract Club. So, our dues was computed based on how much do we need for club administration. So, definitely, we're just paying for, let's say, email, website hosting, so anything technical, Zoom hosting. So, whatever is the cost for that of a year, the second is for project expenses. That's why it's very important for Rotaract clubs prior to the start of Rotary year to already plan your projects and have a budget for it. So for example, if you have an annual budget and you will spend, let's say, 20,000 for all your projects, so divide that to the number of members. And also, we have a specific commitment per member to donate for end polio. So that's $10 per Rotary year. And then donate for the Rotary Foundation fund, which is $10 per Rotary year. So our dues for young professionals range for $30 a year. So that's already included the automatic donation to End Polio, to TRF, and then our club and project expenses. But that may be different. It depends really on the culture and capacity of the Rotaract Club to pay. But that's how we practice it in our own Rotaract Club.
Yes, I believe all of our Rotaract clubs have different or varying fees when it comes to their club dues. Okay, I think we're down to the last question, Louis. Before we proceed, can a Rotaract club who is not sponsored by a club apply for a global grant now?
You cannot apply it for a global grant now. That will be effective July 1, 2022. But if you don't have a sponsor Rotary Club, the only requirement of Rotary is to have previously partnered with a Rotary Club, not necessarily your sponsor Rotary Club. But of course, the ideal is you partner with your sponsor Rotary Club. And the partnership may not be needing a financial expense. It can be like you helping your Rotary Club conduct needs assessment or the documentation or coordinating with the beneficiary or even conducting a certain phase of a project. So that's a form of partnership. So to reiterate my answer, so if you don't have a sponsor, you can still partner with another Rotary Club for a global to qualify next Rotary year. And that's just one of the requirements, again, because every district has different qualification requirements. So before you can be eligible to apply for a grant, there are districts who will require you to attend the district grant management seminar or take the e-learning on grant management, certain documentations, memorandums, or even having your own bank account. So you really have to consult your district on what are the requirements for qualification. So you can prepare for it right now.
Okay, thank you so much for clarifying that, Louis. I believe we still have a lot of questions, but we will just entertain them via the chat box. So again, thank you, Louis. And to formally present you the certificate, may I call on the President of the Rotary Club of Cebu, Fuente, President Attorney Bernardino Amago, for the presentation of certificate.
So, Rotarian Louis, okay, a dual citizen, both a Rotaractor and a Rotarian. Thank you so much for extending your time and indulgence to our club tonight. So a certificate of appreciation is hereby presented to Louis Boy G. De Real, Chairperson Asia Pacific Rotaract MDIO, for his invaluable time and expertise as guest speaker at the 5th Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente General Membership Meeting, given this 23rd day of August 2021 via Zoom. Signed, yours truly, and the life-changing presidents of the 3 Rotaract clubs of Cebu Fuente. Thank you so much, Louis.
Thank you, President Burns, and thank you to all the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente and all the 3 Rotaract clubs for inviting me tonight. And of course, I'd be happy to engage with all of you even after tonight. I know there are a lot of questions. I have a lot of friends in your Rotaract club, so you can definitely drop the question to them, then they will definitely ask it to me.
Okay, thank you so much, Louis. Before we proceed with the next activity, can I request everyone to open their camera for a short picture taking with our guest speaker, Louis De Real, who has shared to us a very insightful and informative talk about elevating Rotaract. So may I request everyone to open your screen before we proceed to the next part of the program. So we have here 218 participants. So may I request our dearest Rotaractors, JN, Shivi, and Kuya Topet to help us with the picture taking.
Okay,
So,
ready?
okay.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Page 1, 1, 2, 3, smile. Page 2, 1, 2, 3, smile. Page 3, 1, 2, 3, smile. Page 4, 1, 2, 3, smile. Last page, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Louis De Real, again, for spending your Monday evening with us. So before we proceed with the fellowship game, we would like to take this time and opportunity to share and play a video dedicated to someone very special to the lives of not only the Rotarians and Rotaractors, but to every person she has touched with her generous and inspiring heart. With this, we would like to invite everyone's attention to the screen for this short video.
Hi, Tita Mean! Happy 60th birthday!
Happy 60th birthday, Tita Gov Mean.
Happy 60th birthday to our dear Tita Gov Mean.
Happy 60th birthday, Tita Gov Mean.
Happy birthday to my All-Star Governor, Tita Gov Mean.
Happy 60th birthday, Tita Gov. Birthday, Tita Gov Mean.
So the first word that comes into my mind will always be mother, the word mother.
One word comes to mind when I hear your name is motherly.
One word that comes to my mind when it's about Tita Mean is sophistication.
Empowered.
Amazed.
Tita Mean is confidently beautiful, with a heart, and with a purpose.
Choose the word amazed because of how I see you or look up onto you as a service-oriented person and loves to serve the people around you.
Tita Gov is very welcoming, engaging, loving, caring, and protective to all of the Rotaractors, inside or even outside the club.
She is an example of someone who aged gracefully, which seems to have been more beautiful than her younger days.
Tita Mean is an empowered woman because she's brave. She's brave enough to speak her mind. She's brave enough to share her passion story to others.
Once you see her, she is a person of elegance and sophistication. But once you get to know her, you realize that she's a person of burning passion to serve humanity.
If I am asked what reminds me of Tita, it would always be her mantra. The mantra that made me accept the responsibility during the All-Star year. I was so scared back then and to accept it, but she only said, "We've got your back. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and it will be given.
She has always been and always will be my second mother in Rotaract and Rotary. And because she has taught a lot of things, may it be career development or just life experiences in general.
Thank you so much for being a generous soul and a beautiful spirit in a world that could use a million more people just like you.
I couldn't ever thank you enough for everything that you did to us, for believing in us, for trusting in the club, for trusting in the team since the very start.
Tita Mean, on your 60th birthday, I wish you tons of happiness.
I really wish you good health, the best in life as well with you and your family. May have many more birthdays to come.
I pray for your family to be safe and healthy as well.
A happy, happy 60th birthday. Wishing you all the best.
We wish you more birthdays to come and a grander celebration.
Happy birthday and enjoy your day.
Happy birthday to the Dog. Thank you once again for giving us the chance to grow in Rotaract together with you. Thank you.
We hope you continue to enjoy your day and be a blessing to all of us. Happy birthday, Tita! See you soon!
Thank you. This is a surprise. Naku, hindi ako nakapa-makeup and naka-blower. Thank you. Yeah, you Rotar actors know how to surprise me. You know I love you all very, very much. And anytime you ask for me to join your meetings, I drop anything just to be with you. So Louis, you know how that feels. I'm always with you as well. So I feel young when I'm with you, and I can relate, and everything resonates with what you do because I was once a Rotar actor, and by being with you, I don't feel like I'm 60. I'm 30 plus 30 years experience, so 60 pa rin. But anyway, thank you very much. I'm so happy for the Rotar actors who've grown so much, meaning they've progressed from being club presidents, and where are you now? You've grown to be a responsible person. Future Rotarians, I see a lot of future Rotarians, and it's so heartwarming to see our Rotar actors already shining brightly in the field or in the community that we're serving as well. You're known, the Rotaract Club of Cebu Puente. Whether you're community-based, USC, or UV, you have made a mark in the community in District 3860. You have leveled up, and I'm a very, very proud mama. I'm a very proud mama, and as they always tell me, and as I always tell you, MYMP, make your mama proud. I'm a proud mama. Thank you, and I love you so much. Thank you for this surprise. And Louis, you're the top of the icing as well. You know I love you so much also. Thank you. Tope, I want a copy of the video, please. This will be part of my 60th year. You know, Ging, you know how emotional and how sensitive I am because I'm turning 60. When we were much younger, I thought when you're 60, you really look like a lola, meaning you're already in your cane and all. But hey, I defied all the odds. I don't think I look 60. I think I look 59. So be it. Give that to me. I'm very happy, and I'm very happy to have spent my post-birthday with you guys. Thank you, and I love you. Alster, incoming DRR, more, and Shivi, DRR elect. Goodness, Shivi. Yes, love you.
Yay! Thank you so much, Tita Gov, for being one of our inspiration to serve and change lives. Thank you and happy birthday once again, Tita Gov Mean. Also, we would like to thank our video editor from the Rotaract Club of Cebu Puente, University of San Carlos Chapter, Graphics Director Serge Enriquez, and the 3 life-changing presidents for this initiative. So again, happy birthday, Tita Mean. So,
thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Tita. May I call on President Attorney Bernardino Amago IV for the closing and adjournment.
So once again, happy birthday to PDG Mayan Solomon, not a day older than 18. 18 plus
42.
42
42
years of
of
experience.
experience. Yes.
Okay, so with the power vested upon me, I hereby declare this fifth general membership meeting adjourned. Fellowship continues.
Thank you so much, President Attorney Burns, and thank you for all our Rotarians and Rotaractors for joining us tonight. But wait, there's still more. We still have a fellowship game, so we encourage everyone to please stay for our fellowship game to be led by the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente, University of San Carlos Chapter President Louis James Haminal. Louis Haminal, take it away since we have two Louis here in
Yes.
the room.
Yes, thank you for the introduction, Ate Angelo, and thank you everyone for coming here tonight. And it's such an, oh, sorry, my dog's competing with me. Sorry about that. So it's truly an honor to be here tonight listening to our eminent speaker, Chair Louis. And now, may I ask everyone, are you guys ready? Are you okay there in your own house? Are you excited for a fellowship and win exciting prizes? If you are
Yes,
ready,
we have
may I?
exciting prizes. Click
Yes, that's
thumbs
right,
up.
Ate Jello. So may I ask you to please comment excited if you're truly excited to join our fellowship game? Yes, I'm seeing a lot of comments now. Thank you, everyone. I can see you really are excited. So please allow me to share screen my host. Kuya Tope, may I please share my screen? Okay, I have the access now.
Okay, a lot of people are really excited. Everyone is spamming our chat box. So thank you for getting excited, and we hope that you stay until the end of the game to win amazing surprises and prizes coming from our sponsoring Rotarians. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
that's correct, Ate Jello. And now, guys, let's play one of the most familiar games that you are. I guess you're familiar with this game, especially from USC or UB and Combase, but this is open to all, including our dear Rotarians. You can join the game. So may I request to please unmute yourself?
Mute.
Carlo,
Yes.
thank you. All
Yes,
right.
okay.
So our game is called Logos. And before we proceed to the instructions, allow me to thank our sponsors for this game. We have past President Ken Sulay, PDG Mean Solomon, we have Attorney Ging Lumanta, and we have PDT Orman Manansala. Yes, that they are our generous sponsors for tonight's games. So guys, here are the instructions and rules for our games. So we will be flashing images of logos, sounds, and video clips of different brand advertisements that will be shown on the screen. So you have to try to identify the correct brand being shown. Every correct answer will credit 1 point. So there will be 15 winners of 100 pesos each and 2 winners. To those who have the most number of points will win 500 pesos convertible to GCash. So I think that's making them more excited, right, Ate Jello?
Yeah, so we have a lot of winners, 17 winners. We have 17 winners for tonight. So again, everyone, please be excited. I hope your internet connection is working well for our game for tonight.
We hope PLDT is cooperating at this moment. So reminder, send in your answers after the go signal only. Answers will not be accepted if sent before the go signal. So may I ask Kuya JN to please help me track who answered first and who answered correctly so that we may be able to track down and list their names. Kuya JN, may I get an affirmation from you? Because I can
Yes
see on the
po.
screen. Yeah, thank you, Kuya JN. So are you guys ready and excited? This is open to all the Rotarians and Rotaractors. So you just have to type in your answers. Okay, are you ready? So if you're ready, let's start. For the first category, wala na kami. So, sino ba to? Jowa nyo? Ex? Sino to? Okay, for the first round, for the first category, wala na kami. Here, just wait for the go signal, guys. Wait for the go signal. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay. Wow, look, grabe, daghan na.
The keyboard warriors niya to. Mga keyboard warriors ni sila.
Oh my gosh, did you see that, JN, if who was the first to type in their answer? Hello,
What do you
everyone's
think?
getting competitive, good, because of the
Very
prizes.
competitive. What do you think, Ate Jello, is the correct answer?
I think it's ABS-CBN. Am I right?
I think it's lion, tiger, katol.
Wow.
Okay, so I guess maybe someone got the correct answer na, Kuya JN, so that we can reveal the answer. All
Guys,
right,
this
I'll
is a
reveal the
game of
answer.
internet connection. So, yes,
Yeah.
go
The
Louis.
correct answer is ABS-CBN. May I know who's the winner? Kuya JN? Or I'll proceed?
I'll be sending it to Angel Lou.
Okay.
Ako di ay, sige. Wait. Wait a minute. Okay, our winner for question number 1 is RACCF USC aspirant Shania Angela Moya. Yes, 1 point
Wow.
for Shania Angela Moya.
Yeah, congratulations, Shania. As early as now, you have 100 pesos convertible to GCash.
Ha? Iyahan na to? Wow.
Yeah, for the 100 pesos. Very generous ang atong sponsors tonight, Ate Jello. For the next round, wait for the go signal, guys. I'll be flashing the second round. Ready? And here's the second round. Wala na kami. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my God, I know this. Oh my God. Go, guys.
Unsa kaya ni? Ano kaya to, Ate Jello?
Yes, childhood favorite na siya. For most of
Yes.
us here.
Feeling old yet?
Feeling young.
Feeling young.
Oh my gosh, okay. Since we have 187 participants, grabe, daghan na. Sige, JN, nakakita ka kung kinsay una.
Goya?
Okay, so we have RACCF USC aspirant also, Devlin Daog. Of course, Louis, present first the answer. Oh my God. Nagsugot ko
Devlin?
because I know the answer.
Oh, yeah. So here's the correct answer. It's the bazooka, your all-time favorite, childhood favorite.
Yes,
So yeah,
so
congratulations
to
the aspirant
Devlin.
from USC.
Devlin Daog. Thank you for winning this question. Next question.
Next round. Wait for the go signal, guys. Ano kaya to? Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, getting competitive.
Oh my God. So it means wala na kami since wala na sila.
Yes, they're not existing anymore or bankrupt.
Ouch.
Yes, so I think everyone got the correct answer, but I'm not sure who answered it first.
Sige. Can you reveal the answer so JN can send who
All
got
right,
the answer
so
correctly?
yes, the correct answer is Kodak. Yes, sa
Okay,
mga
Kodak.
photography enthusiasts.
Okay, we still have from USC also. Irene Manlunas, who got CODA correctly. Congrats, Irene!
Congrats, Irene. So,
Wow, keyboard
UV,
warriors on taga-USC.
yeah, I trained them right. So, from UV, CB, and to our dear Rotarians, you can catch up. We can do this. There's a funny answer here. He said Mac Kodak. That's
Wow,
very
because
big
it's red
of
and
you.
yellow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Associated to McDonald's. All right, next round. Are you guys ready? So here. Oh, it's the next category na DI, sorry. For the next category, somewhere up there. So this pertains to any brands out there na maybe it has something to do with the astrology or anything that flies. So I hope you're ready for that. Somewhere down the road. No, it's somewhere up there. Go up. For the first round.
Okay. Okay, first
For the first
question.
round. And 3, 2, 1, go.
My gosh, type in the answer correctly, guys.
Go guys.
PP
Your chance
Angelo,
to win.
may
Yes.
comment po si Chair Louis sa first category po natin. Bakit daw nananakit ang category natin?
May nasasaktan ba dito, Louie Haminal? Ano ba?
Ilag ka na lang po, Chair Louis. Alright, I think meron na pong nakasagot ng tama. Let me reveal the answer. The correct answer is DreamWorks.
Yes, DreamWorks is the correct answer. So, the first person who got it right is, let us see. Since, guys, make sure to type in your answers correctly, no typo. We have still from USC. Wow, this is the fourth winner from USC. We have Mary France Ruwali Tribunalo. Her answer is DreamWorks. Congrats, Mary France.
Congratulations. You have 100 pesos convertible to GCash already. And I see some of our Rotarians. Tita Maricel is also joining us in typing her answers. Okay, let's proceed to the next round. Ready, guys? Wait for the go signal. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Go, Lord of Honor.
Ano kaya to, dog? Holy Spirit Mass.
We will look at the starting line. That is our validation that you answered it after the go signal. Okay? Para sa madali ang trabaho ni JN.
I will waive my prize if I win. Wow, that's very generous from Tita Maricel.
Yay!
So
Thank
give
you,
Tita
Tita.
Maricel a chance.
Para
Golden Globes
ma-wave.
Award. Dubai Airlines. Sige, let's reveal the answer. The answer is Singapore Airlines. Who's
So the
winner,
answer
Ate
is Singapore Airlines. Let us wait from our SGV representative, JN Tagandan. So our winner is still from USC, an aspiring Rotaractor. We have Pauline Uba for
Ang dami
answering correctly Singapore
representative ng
Airlines.
USC eh.
Yes. Wow,
Napaka-word
grabe.
ang USC.
This is question number 5, right, Louis?
Yes,
So this is
correct.
our 5th winner.
Yes
Pauline Uba. Congrats, Pauline.
Yes, we would also like to acknowledge Attorney Burns. He said he will also waive his prize if he wins, but he doubt na mananalo siya. Kasi ang bibilis mag-type ng mga aspirants natin. Alright, congratulations sa ating 5th round winner. Next round. Ready? Wait for the go signal. Familiar.
Ang
In
sama ni
3,
siya.
2, 1, go! Go, guys! Dira ka sagara mag-date. Char.
Mo din ni. Char, nakita mo ti ka dito, Louie. Oh,
Ah,
John.
Sana all
Oh,
may
lahi ang
ka-date.
kauban.
Oh my God. Okay. We will acknowledge again the answer after the starting line. Okay. I think there are varied answers coming from our participants na ay top, na ay tops, na ay
Oops.
Montana, na ay Red Bull, unsa man ni?
Red Bull. I
Okay,
think
so
Hershey's. So let's reveal
okay.
the answer. All right, the correct answer is Top of Cebu. So who's the winner?
Yes, we have top of Cebu. Let's try to see from our representative JN, our very loyal and faithful SGV representative, to
Di ba
check
tama
who
na
won.
ay restaurant?
Hala. Sige, Louie. Can you answer Attorney Burns? Do we need to have restaurant top of Cebu restaurant or is it top of Cebu only?
But the logo only says Top of Cebu. So I think let's just consider Top of Cebu if that's okay.
Actually, their sign says Top of Cebu Restaurant.
Attorney, ang mukuan na daw, depende daw sa first one na maka-answer.
Type sa Top of Cebu.
I think, naka-top of Cebu restaurant ba, JN?
Yeah, there are some who answered Top of Cebu.
Yeah, me, Top of Cebu Restaurant.
Restaurant.
Yeah, hala, i-wave ni Attorney Burns. Yay! Thank you, Attorney Burns. So, we will wave the winner to?
Oh, you can accept the Top of Cebu answer.
Okay.
It's okay. I was just asking.
Thank Cebu answer. Our first participant who answered is still from USC. This is the sixth one. We have aspirant Layar Honey. Wow, Honey. Ari ka tikaon, no?
Sana all.
Congrats, Honey, for winning the question number 6.
But I will give aspirant Kizea 100 also. Kasi
Yay!
Top of Cebu Restaurant. So I'll sponsor the 100 to aspirant Kizea.
Yay! Can you send me? Oh, okay. There, JN sent me already the. It's aspirant Kezeya. Wala siya apelido sa iyang name, but Kezeya, you will also win 100 Gcash. Say thank you to Attorney Burns.
Thank you, Attorney Burns, and congratulations to our winners. All right, next round, Ate Jello.
Sige, next.
Wait
Next
for the go
category na
signal.
Okay na pa di ay.
Now, same category but different round. Go wait for the go signal, guys. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go!
Hala, sayang sa mga nag-una, guys.
Ay, mag-una-una, guys.
I figured a lot of answers will be drowned out because of this.
Yeah, that's right, Aaron. A lot of answers are coming
Like
in
even
before
though,
the live.
like even though someone typed in the starting line, it doesn't matter because the starting line is just actually going to be drowned out by our answers. Like Jesus, that actually happened to me when I answered DreamWorks.
Wow, that's some enthusiasm there, Aaron. Yeah, so I think, oh my God, naapay complete on National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Naamo ana? Wow.
LRJ President, past President Raymond.
Okay, so it all comes down to our judge. Sige, Louie, what will we accept? Are we accepting NASA or the whole name itself? Or are we sponsoring if we give the complete name?
I think the acronym is okay lang. So yes, let's accept the acronym. But here's the answer. I think you all know.
I
It's
think
NASA.
Attorney Burns has something to say. Nag-smile si Attorney Burns.
Sorry, Raymond. Wala dyan siya sa kuan. That's not actually provided in its logo. It's really just NASA.
NASA. Yeah.
Better luck next time, Mon.
I suggest
you
give the guy. I suggest you give the guy who gives the full answer bonus by legitimately finding out the exact term of NASA. Like literally, give that man some credit.
Wow.
Duly noted, Aaron. For now, no.
Energetic,
For now, no.
energy, high level.
Yes, tita. So thank
Right.
you. Wait lang.
Who's the winner?
Our winner for NASA who got it first is from UV now. Okay,
Breaking the streak already.
congratulations. To UV, we have Mary May Siriaco. Congrats, Mary May. Ikaw na
Sorry,
gyud ang
Congratulations.
nag-isang
Elsie. It's
from Kaga
breaking the
UV.
streak.
Yes, this
Break
is
ng streak.
question number 7.
Yeah. Pero bet na ko answer nga pag-asa.
Question number 7.
All right, so let's proceed to the next round.
Okay.
Wait for the go signal. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Netflix, Sky Cable, Sky.
Sige.
Sige, keep it
Sky,
coming,
Sky
guys.
Internet, Sky Cable. We have different answers. No internet.
No internet.
So let us see who got the answers correctly. JN?
So the correct answer is Sky.
Sky
Sky
na gyud?
Cable. Sky or Sky Cable.
Wait lang. Unsa man gyud ang sure? I think there's one valid answer for this.
One valid answer would be Sky Cable.
Okay. Okay, we're accepting Sky Cable as the only answer for this question. So, let's look at our representative kung kinsa niyang gihatag diri. Okay. If we're looking at Sky Cable, we have iyahan na ni ikaduha, guys. Si Aspirant Layar Honey, this is your second one to win. So,
Wow.
give chance to others ni. Charot.
So congratulations, honey. You have the chance to win 500 pesos later if you emerge to be the contestant who have the most number of points.
Yes.
Internet
Thank you.
reveal daw, honey. All right, so let's proceed to the next category.
Okay, our next category is Jingles
Jingle
Bells.
So these are commercial jingles. Jingles bells. So are you guys ready? Wait for the go signal lang gihapon ha. All right, for the first round for this category is again wait for the go signal. Wait, can
Walay
you hear?
sound. Walay sound.
I think I need to share my audio.
Share audio. So to give chance to others, please maximize your volume so that you can win this question.
All right. So again.
Go, Louie.
Wait. I think it's loading.
Pressure siya.
I got pressure. All right. Can you hear it now? All right. So who got the correct answer? To the aspirants who answered it wrong, you will not.
Palagi kami start,
Uy, unsa na
Louie.
to? Wala pa
Go
start,
na.
Louie. Wala pa
Go na.
start.
Gusto
Wala
man,
pa
go na.
start.
Huwag mo go. Yun na. Huwag pa niyo go.
The go
Huwag may signal.
Walay signal.
Sorry guys,
Wala pa ka na yung
again.
start.
Again. Sige, and 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, go!
Sige, sorry, I forgot to say the go signal. Let's
Just a
review
suggestion, President Louis, maybe you can change the rules in this category because the moment you play it, you can already know what the There is. So no need for you to say go because it's already playing. Just a
Okay.
suggestion. Now you can of course have your own.
Sige. Thank you for that, Attorney Burns. What do you think, Ate Jello? I
I
think
think
I'm fine with that.
yes, that's fine also, but I think our representative from the audit team, JN, can
Ah,
track.
yes, it's also fine. We just like before playing it, I will put the start line already.
Wow, galing ng
Okay.
ating
Sige.
auditor. Nurse
The
pa,
best
CCTV,
is the
auditor
credit.
pa.
CCTV.
CCTV.
Sige,
Yes, the
so
correct answer is the
dapat ang title
Rotary.
yun ha. Char.
But sa
Yes.
YouTube, it says Rotarian hymn, but I think Rotary hymn is considered. Am I correct, um, Attorney Burns?
Yes, Rotary hymn. They actually call it Rotary hymn.
All right. So we have the correct answer is Rotary hymn. Thank you for the affirmation, Attorney Burns. So who
Yes.
got the correct answer, Kuya JN?
Sige, let's see, JN. Murag daghan kay ning ni submit og answers. Kinsa
I
pa
see
to ang
mostly Rotarians ang first nag-answer, I think.
di ko kadaghan. Go, JN. I think si Tita Maricel to ba kay nag-smile na si Tita. Willing na siya mohatag siya 100 nga GCash. So let us see from our representative. Oh, we have from USC again. We have
Wow.
aspirant Joelyn Oplado. Thank
Wow,
you.
congrats,
Congrats,
Jayo.
Joelyn.
Sige, let's proceed to
Wow.
the next round. We have more rounds. So,
Sige, go.
all right, ready guys? And
Mabutang na
three,
ako sa start. Wait mabutang sa ako sa start.
sige. Sorry.
Pressure ato auditor. Sige. Okay.
Ready
Go.
na? Ready and go. One more time. Ala, ano to?
Kapaspas nila. Uy, what is that?
What's the correct answer?
Sige, so can we share the correct answer?
Yeah, sure.
correct
One
answer?
sec, it's loading. The correct answer is
May sumagot ng Cocomelon.
Wow.
We offer excellent and quality service to our valued passengers and shippers. We guarantee full customer satisfaction with great enthusiasm and fun.
all right. Who answered correctly? Who's our winner?
Reaching ambition, we are expert in containerization. Kokoyong Shipping Lines Incorporated.
Hindi na ako madungog, kumuuli ko sa Mindanao.
Okay, so what is the
Di ba
correct
na siya
answer?
incorporated?
Dapat na incorporated.
Kokalyong Shipping Lines Incorporated is the correct answer.
Yes.
Yeah, so we will be accepting Kokalyong Shipping Lines Incorporated. So let's see. Okay, if we choose the Kokalyong Shipping Lines Incorporated, we have one na gyud representative from the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente community based. We have John Vincent Misa. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Kuya Jan.
Tagsa na ang UV ug ang community based representative. So this is question number 10.
Yes,
Next question.
Next round. Ready, guys? And 3, 2, 1, go.
Edit cut now.
Pinsa na.
Edit cut now.
Sano? Sure.
Ready to cut
Ready to cut now.
Oh, what do you?
Ready to cut
Sige.
now.
No, you guess the brand, not the name of the person behind the audio.
Ready to cut now.
Okay, sige. What's the brand?
I
Our
think
chat box is
correct
divided.
answer.
Sige, let's see. Add to cotton now. Gabi hakas lang.
Ready to cut now.
Ready for Lazada's 11-11?
11-11, let's go!
Our lowest price,
add to cart. 11-11 sa Lazada. Our lowest price,
Okay.
11-11
So our answer is Lazada.
Lazada.
That was the audio from Liminho. Sige, kung sa may na-crush na Liminho derebe, murag daghan-daghan baya. So again, the answer is Lazada. So let us check who got the correct answer. Okay, we have from USC also for question number 11 who got Lazada correctly. We have aspirant Liz Batikan. Congratulations, Liz.
Congratulations, Liz. All right, so let's proceed to the next category. Abtik kaya itong mga
Ready for Lazada's 11.
Next category, guess the karinderya. So I think this is something na advantage for people living in Cebu. So mga famous karinderya in Cebu. So shout out. All right, for the first round, wait for the go signal again. Wait for the go signal in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes, kani o lami kay dire ang sisi.
Sure ka, President Louie, wala ni na click ang imuhang mga slide. Magpapagay ni hatag, naka-answer naman.
Wala lagi, Attorney Burns, sure ko.
Na-leakage.
Bito, gabi, paspas ko ayo.
Is
Mga
that
taga-TC
the one
siguro
near
sila.
Lahog, no? Is it the one near Lahog? No.
Everywhere, tita.
Everywhere, tita. Lahog.
Daghan kay siya, tita.
It
Alternate
has to
reveal
be
USC.
everywhere, okay.
Yeah. Actually, dako na ang bata karon. Si Gian.
Lahat ko sa Gian, actually.
All right, the correct answer is
Si
Silugani Gian.
Grabe si Gian, eh.
Yes, dato na kay si Gian. Magpa-sponsor siya. Charot.
Kuhaan niyo, Rotaractor.
Lagi tita, amo na siyang gihuwat tita. Is mo enroll na siya sa USC o sa UVI. Sige, let's see. Okay, ang nakadaog kay advantage jud kaayo niya. Kay taga San Carlos siya. We have aspirant Dane Joshua Duga from Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente USC chapter. Congratulations, Dane.
Congratulations, Dane. Again, guys, wait for the go signal para di sila mahalata nga na leakage. Joke lang. But wait for the go signal para fair sa tanan. All right, next round. In 3, 2, 1, go! Ano na po yung nag-answer ko, Kalyong?
Wala pa siya ka-move on.
Wala pa ka-move on.
Sige,
Burger King
lain-lain
daw.
ang answer.
Burger King.
Let's see.
Gutom nung kudalami ng Burger King.
Netflix
Lagi.
daw. Tinood. Crispy King. Nguyong nga ni Gian.
By the way, welcome April Ong Banyang. She's there. She wanted to share her codes. Ko na naman ilang codes. They already had codes. But they will April they will welcome prices noon.
Yay!
No, we don't know. I was just kidding. I'm not putting her on the spot. Okay.
Okay, so
Welcome April.
hi Miss April, welcome.
Thank you. Sorry I'm
Yeah.
late. I had another meeting.
No problem. At least you were able to catch the meeting.
Yay! So we have,
Ang ngoyong din na Burger King.
yes, it's
Ngoyong
Ngoyong
Express.
Express.
Oh,
Okay, for Ngoyong Express, who got it right? Our representative from the audit team.
It looks like Burger King, Manggod. Oh, I
Yeah,
love
someone said Burger King.
Ang Burger King, di magud karinderya good.
Mo
Hala.
gani.
Well, it's carinderia for the Americans, the Burger King. They justify pa gyud.
Nice
Crave
counter,
no
Tita
Burger
Marisa.
King. Gutom na nung kuan ni Louie.
Si Mark in town nagasorry gyud oh. Yes, Mark. Ikaw lang taga US, Mark.
I'm from this side. Hala.
Someone said gani Netflix. So who answered first and correctly?
Nag-wait pa ta sa atong representative from the audit team.
Ay, sorry, wala
Okay.
na ako na-send.
Tara de, tara. Okay, another point for the Rotaract Club of Cebu Fuente Community Based. We have John Vincent Misa. This is his second second correct
Second win.
answer. Congrats, Vince. This is the 13th
Wow.
question.
Yeah, nana say chance mo win og 500 pesos together with the Rotaractor from Cebu.
Mga unta.
USC.
Gigutom
Sige,
ka sa
go.
Burger King ninyo.
How many questions are there left, Louis?
Last two.
Last two before we proceed to the final round.
Wala kita chance.
Last two rounds.
Oh, last two rounds. Okay. Sige, let's proceed to the next one.
Pang-answer mo eh.
Last two. Okay, next round. Ready and wait for the go signal. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Ay.
Dapat complete.
Maayo gid kayo. Di ba kagiun sa pag-type, may pag-go Tagala chicken butterfly gid ang na-type diretso.
Bito, attorney.
I place nor.
I placed Noor.
Agad mo type.
I forgot the rules again. This carinderia de, no? Sorry, ha?
No.
On kay ko.
Nagkatawa ko sa Noor.
It looks like North chicken. North chicken
westernized.
Yeah, oo nga eh. Sorry, ha? I forgot I'm already in the Philippines. I forgot I'm in the Philippines na. Sorry, ha?
Wow, grabe
Klaro kay
good.
ang mangluto ra gikibaw ng North chicken. North chicken cubes. Di pagit ko ang North chicken cubes.
na, dili na cubes.
Ha? Dili na siya seasoning.
Seasoning daw, tita.
Kaluoy sa
Seasoning pagit.
si Pauline, daw siya taga Cebu. Nang sana.
Hello, sana all taga Cebu. Hala.
Ano nga ito? Parang bigyan ko sa akin.
Sige, let's see, tita.
Ay, ko ano, chicken bacolod. Be?
No, the correct answer is
Sino ka rin din yan, chicken bacolod?
Sure yun na uy nga kuan uy Tagala chicken butterfly.
Sige, let's reveal the answer, Louis.
Reveal. Why nag-answer chicken
burn sa
cordon?
mga karinderya.
Tagala chicken butterfly with
Tagala
Bitaw.
dapat uy.
Yeah.
Familiar po
Yeah,
taan
with
na mga
S.
karinkuan.
Ay,
Tagala,
wala
wow.
na si S.
Wala
Tagala
ito,
chicken
Tagala.
butterfly.
Tagala ra. Oh, ala.
Sige, Tagala chicken butterfly. Nagyotoy paspas kini type ganihan nga bago pag-i-flash ni Louis.
Lagi.
Kinsa gyud to?
Fast hands.
Sure ka, Louie? Sure ka, Louie?
Memorize na uy.
Nakoy porsyento. Kamo na sila sa...
Asa mo yung Tagala chicken butterfly? Eh, where is it
Tupat
located?
tungkol sa akong opisina tita.
Ano wonder, diba?
Parang
Okay.
mushroom din yan eh.
Okay, bao ani.
Tapos sa Jones, nasa sa Talamban.
Yes, daghan siyang branch, tita.
Aghan kayo na branch.
Lami ni siya. Lami yung chicken.
Yes. Affordable for students.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sabi na ako Del Monte.
Del Monte. Napare, mas grabe na ako. Nora ako. Del Monte. Na may pare, mas
Oh my
grabe.
Sige, so we have
Sige.
a correct
We have-
answer from USC. Kezia Lagumbay, I think that's her second time since
Wow.
special prize ni Attorney Burns for the Top of Cebu restaurant.
Allah.
Yes,
Pero
this
1
is
point
your
na
second
gyapon
time.
siya, di ba?
Yes, 1 point
Yeah,
gapon
1
siya.
point.
Wala,
Yes.
the USC are winning. Si ang ang atong host master, game master nito si Louie, USC po.
Lagi kita conspiracy.
Ala, conspiracy.
Leakage to.
Nanghilak na kuno nagreklamo ng UB og nga kuno ang community base wa kuno sila.
Nabito ko
Conivance
push it
Manila,
on.
tita. Conivance.
The truth.
Or wait test ha.
Sige.
Sige. Off to the next for the last round. To the
Last
last
round.
round na dyan.
Last round.
Banta
Sige,
na.
go. Rotarians,
Sige.
I hope you can answer na this time.
Let's give
Para
it to the Rotarians
representative.
this time, guys.
Dili
Sige,
na sila
Rotarians na
katigod
to.
karinderiya eh. Dili na sila kibog karinderiya.
Uy, students, give chance at mo sa atong mga titos and titas.
Ay, joke, Ate Jello. I remember this is not the last round.
Ay, dili pa di ay.
Oh, nakalimot ko. Sorry. Last 3 rounds di ay.
O, daghan. Sige,
Sorry.
sige,
So more
go.
chances of winning.
Sige, go.
Sige.
Feeling
Next
old yet? Oh my
category.
gosh!
That's
First time.
Ka-timing sa kone for Rotarians only.
Talaga?
Yep, this one is good for the Rotarians, alright?
Yes, this is your
Klaro
time.
kayo, feeling
Okay,
old.
good night na ako.
For the Rotarians, for the Rotarians, sa mga old.
Rotarians.
Itigaan mo.
Good time to shine.
Feel old.
Po, sa mga kids ha, let's try to see our Rotarians if they can answer. Sige, break ang kids.
Sige.
Let's
Wait
try.
for the go signal, guys. Go signal, ragi hapon ni ha. Wait lang.
Pansira lang, tanan. Anyway, ang mga Rotarians, di mo naman kadaog og prize, oy.
Atong i-check ito kung kinsa ang paspas.
Alam mo, di pinagapaspas na Rotarian, pero pansira, tanan, para na-point sila.
Yes. Sige, go. Let
Sige,
us
go. Wait for the go
try.
signal. And 3, 2, 1. Wait lang. Wait. Wala pa ha. Kaya nag-loading pa sa ako.
Hala, feeling old yet, good. Ang category.
Song di ay.
Wait lang. Wait sa guys. After the
Si Manny
commercial.
Pacquiao, nakakulong.
Gusto kayo
After the commercial.
Pumasok yung mga eh.
Mapili man ta sa ka-slow sa to internet, oy.
After the commercial.
Island Prince, wow! Boyfriend na eh.
Hinding-hindi mas ibig na tunay. Umaraw man o ulan, di sasablay.
Jason, yung nakabot ko na si Jason. Island Prince.
Pag-ibig na tunay.
Okay, I think that's...
Lasts a lifetime. Almost.
Sige, what's the correct answer, Louie?
The correct answer is...
Habang buhay, ako sa'yo'y maghihintay.
Hindi siya balik. There you go.
The correct answer is Boysen.
Boysen lang, walay paints. Boysen.
Yeah,
Di
pwede na
palabot si
Boysen.
Kuan, di palabot si Jason.
Yes, halaro.
Island Prince.
Ang mga ni-answer og Island, Jason, do you think magkano price?
Hello, sorry.
Ni-answer og
Hala,
Island.
dili na lang siya mo sponsor.
Sponsor sa Treasure Island.
Balik pa yun, oh. Balik.
Wala na, delete na lang mo sponsor si Jason.
Okay, we have a
Corny
winner.
lang.
Nanatay winner from the Rotary.
Mga tagrabon na din Kuan.
Mga first time nga na ay winner sa Rotary, taga-ana kinsa. See? Our winner is Attorney Birds.
Okay, ako ang
Congratulations.
pinakabata sa tanan. Gusto ko si Eman. Gusto ko si Eman.
Feeling old na good ang
Nagalit
category.
si Eman yan.
Feeling old ang category. Nakalimot ka.
Wave. So the one who got it right after me can win the prize.
Sige, JN, who got it right after Attorney Burns? Kay siya ang makadawat on behalf ni Attorney Burns. Okay, we have from USC. Joshua Miles Magsambal. 1 point for you, Joshua.
Congrats, Joshua. Dahil dyan, mananalo ka ng at mag-uwi ka ng Boysen.
Yes, pwede na ka
Pa-deliver
magpinta
na
sa
mo.
inyo. Char.
Pa-deliver na magpinta.
Sayang, si
10
Jason,
pesos.
mahatag na si Jason, o kuan, si Director Jason, mahatag tag price.
Oh,
Boysen
tignan
may
pala yung tato ang pintalan.
Lagi, boysen tato yung inyong gibutang manggod.
Yay!
Sorry.
Hindi pa konsensya pa gid. Go,
Sige,
go,
before we
Louie.
proceed,
Okay,
before we
next.
proceed, Tita May message here na she have to go first ahead na. So thank you,
Yeah.
Tita Mayan.
Thank you, Tita. Belated
Bye.
happy birthday.
Belated happy birthday.
All
Alright.
right. Okay, for the
Sige,
next
next
question.
round. Wait for the go signal. Kuya JN, go signal lang gyapon ta. Wait for the go signal, guys.
Nagibalik na ng boysen.
Ibalik. Palagot.
You're rubbing it
maayo.
in. You're rubbing it
Murag
in.
ako yung bayad ng boysen ato da.
Laki,
Ala,
no?
gingon si
Ala!
Tito Jason.
Mukha nga.
Sorry. Go signal, guys. Wala pa nag-play. Wait mo sa go signal after na sa video. Okay? Para fair, para makakita ka sa video. Okay, I'll play it now.
Yes, let's go.
Di nakakadaog din. Kaya nawa pa'y go.
Wala pa ang line ha. Wala pa
Hindi ko
yung
naman inaasa ng manalo eh. I-join lang ako. Naaliw lang ako.
So, asa na pang go ni Jason?
Wala pa guys. Wala pa guys.
Papasya mo go! Papasya mo go!
Dahil sa usiyak ang inyong puso, isang kahilingan.
Papasya mo go!
Sports car!
Wala pa pa nag-go.
Wala na mo, di na mo ka-answer. Kaya na, answer na mo.
Ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Wala na. Nauna pagagapon ko.
O, wala na, hindi nakaka-answer balik, oy.
Yeah, di
Yung
na
answer
to.
nakauna.
Kabala ka.
Iway pa
Away,
natin
mag-aaway pa yung dalawa.
Ay, muway, bro, magyapon.
Oo, yun.
Sige. Kinsa may correct answer, Kuya JN. At
Yes,
Jello.
let's see. From JN. The correct answer, Louie, is Vita.
Ang feeling mag-apiuna
Vita.
ako.
Yes, the correct answer is Vita.
Yeah, see?
Kuya PJ daw.
Let's see who got it right.
Ako na hatag ni Kuan. Si Jason ko. Kaklas kan Jason. Ay, chips ahoy.
Okay. We have
Kaklas. Jason. Chips ahoy.
Chips ahoy tato
PJ
yung
Perez
sponsor.
kuno ay.
Kita na may gusto nila. Kita na hatag.
Okay, so our winner is from UST also. We have Aspirant Tadlip. Mura niyang name jersey soon.
That's nice.
1 point.
The aspirants are winning, no? That's
Yes,
very good.
Tita. Very engaged for our
Namugas,
game.
kay walay porta, walay allowance.
Plus, si Shibi, sponsor og sports car.
Wow. Sports car yung red daw.
Busy si Shibi.
Half na ko na sa sports car dito.
Oh, half ra ko, no? Half ra.
Half lang.
Hindi nakadagan.
I
Sports car
think
na
mauna na.
matchbox.
Yes, that's the last round na, guys. So congratulations to our winners.
Yay! That's the last round. So we have, kinsa ang pwede mag-compete, Louis, sa atong 500 pesos?
The top
Everyone.
2 winners.
The
I think there are only
top
two
two
top
winners.
Directors.
We have Honey, who
Honey
got 2
and
points,
Vince.
and Vince, John
Wow,
Vincent.
congrats.
So sila ang makadaog sa 500 or mag-compete pa sila?
Sila na ang mga winners sa 500 pesos each. So plus 200 pag yun. So they won a total prize of 700 pesos. I think muna ko nasabtan from
Wow!
Yes.
Pambayad
Let
na
me-
ng membership dues ninyo sa Rotaract.
Louis, wait. How do we give them their prize money? Because we
Visa.
have 1,000. Yes, I know, but I have the 500 of past president Ken. I have my own 500 to give, and then PDG Man will also send hers. But please take note, the top 2 winners have to download the Hello Money application, then register, and then they have to send to you the account number and give it to PDT Orman Manansala so he can send the 500 prize to the top 2 winners. So you really have to get their phone numbers so we can send them via GCash their prize money.
Yes, Attorney Ging, we will collate the names of our winners, and then maybe we can reach out to them, or the winners can also message us, either ako or si Kuya JN pwede ra. Then
Okay, the 100 for each winner sa 15 spots are please be ready with your phone numbers because the 15 is available right now. You can receive them for as long as you are going to provide our team of auditors. We have quite a lot of auditors tonight. Your phone number so we can send them to you right away. But the top 2, please identify them. Instruction is, please, you have to download the Hello Money application, then register, give us your account number, so you will receive the 500 each. Okay, thank you very much. Congratulations, everyone. What a fun night. Louis, congratulations. Everybody, AG Lou,
By the way,
all presidents.
there is an additional prize there from April.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I didn't get it. April is going to give additional prize, gift check. April, and can you just give them what is the price, the gift check that you're going to give?
Hi, yeah, sorry, I was on my phone. We have a current project for mental health, and I'd like to give a gift voucher so that you can get 50% off if you decide to buy our mental health cards. So that's also our aligned SDG 3 initiative for my social enterprise. So I'll just message the organizers. I'm not sure who, but yeah.
How much is the mental health card, April? So they would.
Actually, so the mental health cards are 1,200. So we'll be giving a 50% off. So that would be 600 pesos. And yeah, I can share details here so you get to know. But I can give the vouchers to those who won or at least answered the during the parang the games.
For the winning Kuno Rotaract Club, Director Jason is willing to donate paints if you have a project that requires paints.
Yeah.
Oh,
For all clubs.
So it was, San Carlos may nakadaog, no?
Yeah, here we have a project.
Bahala na lang Kuno kung boysen inyong gibutang pirmi gibalikan.
Sorry, naging kay Tito, pero kuhaon yun na naman pintal.
Bahala na Kuno boysen gibalik-balik.
All clubs nilang Tito.
Yes, Tito, please. And Miss April, thank you for the health cards. We have a project also in community-based about help.net. So it will help in our future activities with that kind of project. So thank you so much.
I can donate one for your projects. I'll just give a facilitation how you can do it with your community and how to use it. So yeah, we're also giving kasi to sorry, Tagalog akong meeting ganina. We're also giving cards to the disaster relief what they call this, sa DepEd, parang the facilitator in DepEd to share our mental health workshops and use the cards also with the teachers. So I can teach that also to your club. So maybe you can tell me who I can talk to from your chapter.
Yay, thank you, Miss April. Our presidents, life-changing presidents will reach out to you. We have Jacob, Louis, and Arwin who will be reaching out to you for the mental health cards. Thank you so much, Miss April, and Tito Jason for the paints. We will reach out also as well. Thank you, our dearest Rotarians, for sharing your generous time and resources with us. And thank you also to our Rotaractors who are here with us tonight. It's 9 p.m. and we're still...
Humana ang game?
Yes, Tito.
Nanay Winner Burns.
Ako matag sa prize. Si JN Gapon ang si JN Gapon ang auditor. Sige.
Ala,
Ako matag sa prize.
Papa naman.
Attorney, pwede
ko ganahan pa siya.
Ako makatag sa prize. Ako, game. Everyone. Sige. First.
Legal, kuan ko no, legal services.
Legal
Attorney, pwede ko mo-join?
Oo, pwede mo join. Ako lang mingon go. Sige, ako lang mingon go. Ha? Okay, first question ha. Price 500 pesos.
Wow.
Sige.
Serious ka, Burns? Serious ang imuha?
Serious na to. Serious na
Okay, sige.
First question. Type the four-way test. 4 questions. Go! Four-way test. Four-way test. Ano na? 4 kabuok. Four-way test.
Game?
Si JN na makagbaw kung kinsa nag-una.
Copy-paste? Char.
Ako yun.
Appeal ang objective.
Of course, wrong spelling, wrong. Good ha? Wrong spelling, wrong.
Good suggestion yan, Jason. Four-way test and objectives of Rotary. Paita. So kato nag-una, wala na mo. Wala na matatapos dito objectives of Rotary.
Nandiyo to develop.
Kuyawa. Pinagutang dito objectives. Gilngiga eh. Ano?
Appeal Rotary him.
Appeal ang Rotary him, palihog po ang lyrics. Himuon ni Burns og 1,000 basta ma-appeal ninyo ang Rotary him og lyrics at appeal po. Sige, go.
Ganda na sagot mo.
Slides. Ako ni kan.
JN sure ko dili ikaw mo nag-una so.
Yes. Dili lang ko ma-appeal, attorney, kay mag-screen man gyapon ko so ma-divide ako attention.
Nirason si JN, naginisuwat sa kanang Rotary him Okay, 1,000 yun ka, Burns. Malas, Burns, naginisuwat din.
Time's up.
Ituogin sila, obedient din sila. Laka Burns, 1,000 din complete to get here. Pa'y refrain. Dali, pasan nila mo type.
Pas copy-paste ita.
Dili pwede copy-paste. I-type man gid ninyo. Moment the rule.
Mailhan nga copy-paste kasi walay typo.
Wrong spelling, wrong, Jen ha. Walay question mark, wrong.
Attorney, walay klaro nga spacing, wrong?
Okay ra na.
Walay. Kinahanglan indention, correct. Ang indention, correct. Na-refrain, na-chorus,
Kinahanglan Times New Roman. Font 12.
Attorney,
ang font day, nakalimot ko ang font day Times New Roman.
Wala, wrong spelling kang Angelo, attorney.
Wrong spelling, wrong. Wala dyan makorek.
Consolation prize lang ko, attorney.
Font size, kinahanglan 12. Margin, imong margin ninyo 1 inch, left side or right. Okay?
Sige.
Sending, attorney.
Inalang ko dyan ha.
Wala man
i-announce JN, i-announce kasi daog. Tayo mo gisend JN, imo mga answer.
Dili na ako sa attorney. Asa naman to
PDF format. PDF format.
Timan ito ninyo ha. Kainanlan, ang font 12 niya Times New Roman. Niya 1 inch ang margin sa kada kilid.
Palaga
Ikaw announce, attorney, ako nag-isend balik.
Murag giligan manghatag.
Ani daog kay si Shivi sa pag dapig-dapig.
Kompleto giya, di ba?
Congrats Ate Chef.
Sunod, another 500.
Hello!
Objects of Rotary na siya. Guys, prepare.
Another 500. Sige. The last 5 themes of Rotary International. The last 5 themes of Rotary International.
Sayon kayo.
So 2000, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 17 to...
The difference.
Yung sabat ito.
Tiga na mo, kibaw sa year. Butang ang year, 2017 mo na ang team. Butangan ang year,
Basta last 5 years, ha?
Nakalimot ko sa ako.
Butang ang year ug ang governor.
Nakalimot ko sa akong term.
The last 5 years ko no niya ibutang ang year ug ang district governor ngan. Okay. Ilisod-lisod gud.
Sunod ana ang history na sa Rotary.
Oh yeah. Kana mo na.
Kaya gyud to ni Kuan, gi-explain biya to ni Louie. Ang katong history sa Rotaractors.
What are the changes in the Rotaract one?
Tao, kani attend man ni sila sa akong kuan, attend man ni sila tanan sa ako ang orientation. Dapat nakakuha din ni sila no.
Sus.
History. History sa Rotary.
Kinsa naghimot Microsoft Word? Kinsa may
Share the file sa meeting. Share the file sa meeting.
share the files with me.
File sa meeting, te.
Ang files ko sa meeting. Tupi, maka-answer anang imong kuan. Ganong sa kuan, Rotary history. Tupi.
Nadyo, gipang-copy, copy-paste, yun, klaro kayo.
Oo, dapat i-type, manggod. Mo magod ang rule. Lisod-lisoron
okay, sako na, oy. JN, kasi daog.
Grabe, yung paspas.
Apa year, attorney?
Oh, apo din na year. Kaya ningon naman ko theme for the last 5 years. Basta na ang tanang theme sa last 5 years. Okay lang. Sa di pa nagsunod, okay ra.
Attorney, latest to ano?
Okay, so last 5 years.
Yes.
Kung nisubra siya, 6 kabuk iya.
6 attorney.
Okay. Not following
instructions. Not
Right
following
minus wrong.
instructions.
Right minus wrong.
Okay. Kasi daw JN.
Ganahan ko makadaog niya, okay, kompleto gid iya, pero unom lang siya, ni over siya. Kompleto gid iya ang date, 2015. Oh, di sa ano lang. Wrong spelling, wrong, ha? Grammatically wrong, gani wrong.
Nani kayo ang mga tao tito for the 500.
Yes. Kaya, di ba kakita na, kay wa ba mo yung mga baon karon virtual ra ba yung mga baon karon?
Dili, i-collect ko na, ang ingon ang treasurer, ilang President Burns, i-collect ko na para sa ibayad sa ilang membership dues.
Ito na kadaog tantangan na sa membership dues. Sakto. Delete.
Para madiretso ko, no?
Nana, JN? Awa pa.
Attorney.
Aghan ka
review.
Oh, kani ko noon, ingon si Jacob Dolino, gi-type gid niya ko no, dili ni copy paste iya. So unsa man ko no.
Wala man na feel.
Murag kuan siya, na siya hugot ani. Ngano ko nung ang uban.
Ko na kadaog. Kaloy di
siya. Type gid ni iya ko no.
I-type man mo na. Naging mga, naging mga, disclaimer, nag-type din sila. Okay, one more. I gave one more. Pila na akong hatag so far? Duha na no, 500.
Yeah. Tanawa si Kuan, aspirant Nicole Brian, gi-type gid niya kay wala iyang margin. Kinala na may margin gid unta good.
Okay na? Awa, pa si JN, daghan ko nung kay nagsigig tubag.
Nag-send mo ko bali.
Si Jacob kunoy nakadaog. Napi usa unom pud kabuok 5 naman to ka years. Ipahatag ko no sa Polio Fund.
Sige,
sunod.
Sent na, Attorney